Hello, hello, how's it going? Happy Tuesday today. I missed a week. I've been busy out on tour with Deborah Cato, which is why I haven't been on live for a little while. We've been in Brighton, in England here, and also in Dublin in Ireland, which has been loads of fun. And we've taught lots of workshops and a performance intensive, and had a photo shoot and done lots of just chilling out as well as all of the crazy fun stuff. So it's been a blast. So yeah, just catching up with things now, and I wanted to jump on here today to talk to you about how you can enjoy the holiday season without and still feel good in the new year as well. I've also got something exciting to tell you about at the end of the live, which will be coming up in the new year or just after Christmas actually, so make sure you stay on to hear about that. If you're watching, please do give me a little thumbs up or a like, just a little heart to let me know you're out there. If you're listening to this and you think someone would resonate with this information, please do tag them or feel free to share it as well, because it's going to be some good stuff to help you enjoy the holiday season. So obviously holidays are coming up, whether you celebrate Christmas or whether you celebrate something else or whether you don't celebrate Christmas at all. This time of year is a traditional time where we're getting together with friends and with family, and we normally this is over food and drink, and sometimes if we've been trying to regularly move our bodies, or if we've been trying to eat a bit more mindfully, a bit more healthily, this can really disrupt things. I don't know about you guys, but I've often got to the new year, and rather than starting the new year with a bang, I'm feeling a little bit bloated and a bit lethargic from all of the sitting around the place and eating a bit too much food. It's totally normal. And you know what? Why not as well? It's coming to the end of the year. It is certainly for those of us in the northern hemisphere. It's dark and cold and a bit of time for hibernation and rest and relaxation. And you also don't want to be necessarily feeling guilty about having extra roast potatoes or a second helping of ice cream, I think, at least in my opinion. And I definitely say go for it. Like, why not, you know? But I think there's certain things that we can put in place as well, so that whilst we're relaxing, we're enjoying the holidays, and letting ourselves go a little bit, we can still put other things in place so that we don't enter the new year and feel a bit rubbish. Obviously, a bit of disclaimer here: if you happen to be on a diet where you're seriously trying to lose weight or something along those lines, probably this advice isn't for you. But if you are just trying to eat healthily on a regular basis and just manage your diet in that sort of way, being mindful of what you eat and not eating too much processed food, that kind of thing, this advice is for you, because obviously things can slip a little bit at Christmas time or over the holiday season. So here are my 5 tips for you. And my first one is for you to make sure that you have lots of fruit and veg handy and visible. So make sure you've got a fruit bowl out perhaps, or perhaps have some veggies cut up in the fridge so they're nice and easy to hand, and put them at the front of the fridge, stick them in front of the cheese, so that you can get to them easily when you fancy a bit of a snack. And the reason being is, I'm not saying eat all of the fruit and veggies instead of the naughty foods, but if you eat them as well as, then this does 2 things. First of all, it reduces your appetite a little bit, so perhaps you're not eating so many of the processed food or the overly fatty food, that kind of thing. But also it gives your body the nutrients that it needs, so it can still carry on working well. It also gives it the tools to be able to process all of the other stuff that you're putting in, particularly if you're drinking a lot more alcohol than usual. If you're giving it the nutrients that it needs still, then at least this helps you to feel better, rather than just drinking and eating processed and fatty foods. It kind of just balances that out just a little bit. Along with this, what you put in your body, I recommend, if you can, drinking at least a glass of water per alcoholic drink that you consume. I like fizzy water. It kind of feels nice and bubbly even though it's water. And if you can, mix your spirits with something like fresh fruit juice or perhaps soda water, or even just have it on the rocks rather than having those chemical fizzy drinks which are loaded with sugar and loads of chemicals and that kind of thing. So again, it just kind of, although you're having an extra drink, it still means that you're not adding too many extra chemicals and nasties into the body at the same time. So another tip for you, number 3, is to think about going for a walk instead of sitting down and watching a movie on Netflix. Obviously that's weather dependent, depending on where you are, maybe going for a walk. Not always as possible if it's super snowy or whatever. But if you can, it's particularly if you're with friends and family, a nice thing for you to do together after having a meal, for example, go out for a nice long walk. And then perhaps you could go for a walk and then come back and watch a movie afterwards as a reward. My 4th tip for you today is to... Oh, my brain's just gone. What was number 4? It was to eat mindfully. So this is going back to food again. Sometimes it's easy just to cram our faces, particularly when we're hungry, particularly when it's food that we haven't had in a long time, for example. But do try and slow down a little bit. Really savour every mouthful, particularly if it's something that you don't normally eat. Really enjoy eating it rather than feeling guilty about eating it. And then because you're slowing down a little bit, this might mean that you're also feeling fuller sooner as well. And I recommend as well, once you're full, take the food out of sight. I was when we were in Ireland this weekend, we were very much guilty of having like a cheese platter in front of us the entire time, and we did keep picking at it. So it's easily done. So if you want to minimize that, I recommend enjoy your platter of cheese or whatever it is you're nibbling on, and then when you're feeling full, then maybe move it out of the way if you want to reduce the amount you're eating. And then my final tip today is to try and continue some kind of movement practice, even if it's just a short one. I'm always banging on about short movement practices being great, and this is another moment where you can really take advantage of them. And so you just want to see if you can cram in like 10 minutes or so before someone puts a mimosa in your hand. And then at least you know you've done something little to keep your body moving for the day. I'm going to do a special one for everyone on my mailing list, and I'm going to send it out next week just as a little free gift. So if you're not already on my mailing list and you want to get on there, please do sign up. There's a link in the comments and you will get that 10-minute-ish movement practice in your inbox next week. So that's my 5 tips for you. You can hit replay if you want to watch them again. And don't feel like you have to try all 5 of them. Maybe just 1 or 2 of them will resonate with you and fit in with what you've got planned over the holiday season. I would love to know if you're going to put any of them into practice. Perhaps if you're going to think, right, I'm going to definitely drink a glass of water with every alcoholic drink, and I'm going to get my carrots and my red peppers chopped up ready in the fridge. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you've got any other strategies that I haven't mentioned and you'd like to share with everybody, then please do pop a comment in the box below. I'd love to hear those as well. And of course, as I said previously, please do share this with anyone that you think might benefit from this. So the other thing I wanted to talk about quickly today was a little something I've got coming up after Christmas. If you did the November challenge with me, you'll know that I've put together my Strong Motion, strong shoulders, powerful posture, and amazing arm undulations program into an affordable 6-week course that I put together for the people who did my November challenge. So normally when I first launched this course, it was a one-to-one program, but now I've got it in a format where it's not as bespoke, but it's very, very similar content. It's picked all of the best bits of the content and put it together in a nice, easy to follow 6-week course. So I'm going to be opening this up for people just after Christmas and also just before the new year. I'm going to do 2 weekends where it's going to be available for people, because I know some people will be raring to go right after Christmas and will want something to do as soon as Christmas is over. And then I'm going to open it up again just after the new year, because I know for some people they won't feel like ready to do something until all of kind of Christmas and New Year is out of the way. So that is going to be available. And again, there's going to be some more information coming on email. So if you're not on my list and you want to hear some more about that, then please get on my email list in the link in the comments. Basically, just a quick rundown about the program is very short and simple practices that you can do to strengthen your shoulders for everyday life, just simple movements that we need, just even lifting our arms up and down, picking heavy objects up, that kind of thing. Super important to keep our shoulders strong. And there's my notifications going off on my phone. And then on top of this, for belly dancers out there, we're going to be working on our arm undulations for belly dance as well. So if you have any questions about that, please drop them in the comments, and I will tag me as well if you're watching this on catch up, so that I see it and I can answer you right away. And if you're not already on my mailing list, do sign up now, and some more information is coming soon. So I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this has been of some use to you, and I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.